in my opinion, and what I'll be basing this list on, what makes a low good is the safety of it ratio to its properties. Okay, so how many properties can a low have, i.e. big plus frames on counter hits? Okay, counter hit launcher maybe, big evasion, great tracking. These are all properties we look for in strong lows, right? But also, how safe is it? How big of a risk am I taking? It doesn't matter if your low has full tracking and is a launcher and is all that. If it's 60 frames, that makes it dog shit, right? It doesn't matter how good your low is if you're getting blown up every single time you use it. So that's the ratio we're looking for. Characters who have lows that are generally safe and give you and provide a lot of bang for the buck, basically. That's what makes a good low. It doesn't matter. A character could have like 20 hell sweeps that all do like a ton of damage, but if the character just relies on super risky mix-ups where they're taking massive risks every single time, not good, right? Generally we want really good poking, great low pokes, safety, okay? That's what we're looking for in lows. The first character we're gonna be talking about is Kazuya Mishima himself. Yes, Kazuya Mishima. A lot of this is going to be pretty obvious for most of you guys, but I just want to be thorough, so we're going to go over it. Kazuya has down back 4. This is one of the best lows in the game, right? Like we all know, it has amazing tracking. It comes out very fast, not reactable, and this is essential for his momentum. Like this low just does everything. The tracking is surprisingly really good on it. On counter hits, what do we get? Big plus frames, which is so important for Kazuya's game plan, right? It's everything to start his pressure. Absolutely incredible low. This is his best poke. Like it's just defining for the character. And only -12 on block. Most moves like this are -13. Not Kazuya's. Kazuya's is -12. And a lot of characters in this game have very strong 13 frame while standing punishes. Think Nina's guns, which does what, like 60 damage in heat? Absolutely ridiculous. Like a lot of Kazuya can launch 13 frames with twin pistons. 12 frames, most 12 frame punishes are weaker. Also hits grounded, okay? Incredible. We already know this. Hell sweep, very good low. It's super risky, but it's Kazuya, right? It sets up the best Oki in the game. It's essential for his 50-50. It's just amazing, right? Now, in this game, we have down 1+2, which is a super underrated low. Now, this is basically a Jin down 2 light, okay? Now, it's not as good as Jin's down 2. It doesn't have infinite range. It doesn't hit grounded, but it gives Kazuya, we have a perfect middle ground. So what you're gonna see in this tier list is a lot of characters will either have, there'll be a character who has a few lows, but they're all god lows, or there'll be a character who have like 20 lows, but they're all good in their own way. Kazuya is one of those characters who he doesn't use a lot of lows, but you have, if you want safe poking, best safe low poke in the game. If you want risky 50-50 for hell sweep, one of the best risky lows in the game. And then you have a happy medium. This is only -14, very evasive. This actually gives Kazuya a panic button, which is one of his issues, right? He's always had super bad panic buttons. With this, you evade highs. It's not amazing, but it works in a pinch. It can get you out of situations. What is it also? Full counter hit launcher. Kazuya having a tool like this is very good for him. So those 3 lows alone make him one of the best low characters in the game. It is so good. It is so incredibly good. Oh, and it hits grounded. Okay, there you go. You can also cancel it. You have 4/4. You have some more gimmicky stuff. You can do like, how do you do it? Like the Oki laser. Is it down 1+2? Oki laser. Kazuya's lows are godly, but that's not like going to be a big surprise. We already know that, right? So that's why Kazuya is the first character we're going to talk about. The second character we're going to be talking about is Feng Wei. Now, Feng Wei is a character who has been nerfed quite a lot. He's still low-key top tier. People don't really talk about it. People, in my opinion, should talk about it more. Because what this character has, the tools he has, are ridiculously strong. We'll start with down back 3. This move, it's been good ever since it was released. Super good move. One of the best. Like look at the range of this move. And it comes out at 17 frames, meaning it's not reactable. Now, it is risky. It's launch punishable, which is not exactly what we're looking for, but this is like the core of his kit. Very good poking, and on counter hits, it gives you big damage, right? That's just the tip of the iceberg on Feng Wei. Oh my god. We have quarter circle forward 1, counter hit launcher. A lot of people don't know this. Full counter hit launcher, and it's very evasive. Like, look, do you see how he crouches down? Evasion is what we're looking for. Evasion often makes lows very good. Obviously, with this one, he goes fully to the ground. This is only -14 on block, so most characters can't launch it. Super good tool, like really great tool. We have down 4, nice little low poke. I believe does it give good frames? No, it doesn't give anything on counter hits. Nice little blow poke. We have down 2. We have what is it? Is it full crouch down forward 4? This is a very good low. It did get nerfed in the last patch, but there you go. It's reactable, yeah, but it's another option. 22 frames is not going to be reactable for the vast majority of people. And it just gives them more options, right? Full crouch down forward 4, nice low. Sidestep 4, this is a 20 frame snake edge. See that? Comes out at 20 frames. Now granted, you need a clean hit. You can't do this from far away. However, if you're in their face, you have a 20 frame, basically unreactable, full launcher. What's not to like, right? You have, how do we get into back turn on this character? I believe it's, oh, there we go. Snake Edge, unreactable Snake Edge at a back turn, 18 frames, full launcher. Like, he has everything you could want in a low. Down back 2-2, like little stuff like that. Like if you want low pokes, you have low pokes. If you want like heavy, risky stuff, there's so many good lows on Feng Wei. Like you literally have a tool for every single situation. So I think pretty clearly an S tier character when it comes to lows. Who are we going to talk about next? Let me see. Oh my god. Dude, Xiaoyou has unbelievably strong lows in this game. Honestly, she might be number 1. The tiers aren't ordered yet, but we're going to order it later. 18 frames is reactable? No, it is not. What are you talking about? Okay, Xiaoyou, because she has so many stuff that people don't know about because no one plays this character. Basic lows, down 2. Goes into back turn. This is -8 on block, so they can't immediately punish it, but it does put you into back turn, so there's stuff like that. This is a very good low poke. Sidestep 4, another very good low poke. This launches on counter hits, okay, full launcher, and it is only -13. Again, safe lows that do everything. Good range too, very good range on this. Okay, down back 4, very good low. Safe poking, really good for poking. Like you guys know, poking is everything in this game, right? On counter hit, gives you a back 4-1. That's guaranteed, right? Like tools like this are very strong. Down back 3. This is a low that a lot of people don't know about. So as you can see here, this low does no damage. It does no damage at all, 0 damage. It is safe on block, or sorry, it's +2 on normal hits, and it is +2 on block. You saw that? +2 on block low. What's so great about this is on counter hit, it gives you a guaranteed heat engager. What is it? Is it back 4? Sorry, I don't play Xiaoyou very often. There you go. Guaranteed heat engager. Sorry, I always forget. I almost never play this character. That's super strong, right? Like all these poking, she has all the low pokes you could ever want. How do we get into AOP? AOP 3+4, knockdown low, unseeable. Pretty good, right? I mean, it's technically seeable. It's 23 frames, so you want to say it's seeable, but because of the animation, it's just Xiaoyou's animations are so weird. So I guess you can react to that, but it's a really good tool to have. What is it? AOP down 1, busted low. So this low is only -12 on block. Oops. Let me -12 on block, but on counter hit, it gives us this little thing, which breaks floors. Right? Like, and we're still going, by the way. We have, what is it? Is it back 3-4? I might be thinking of another character. But, and we haven't even gotten to the hypnotist stuff that we all know is insanely broken. How do you get into hypnotist again? Is it down back 1+2? Oh yeah, it's down back 1+2. We have a 13 frame, once she takes a step, -13, full launcher. A full launcher that you can't react to, that is only -13 on block. Right? Like, Xiaoyou has ridiculous lows. They're so incredibly strong. She has a low for every situation. Okay, who else do we got here? I think we could talk about Lili. Now, this is a character everyone and their mom has been talking about recently on Twitter. You're seeing people like lose their minds. They're all like, no, don't tell them about Lili. They don't want to know. Lili has some of the best lows in the game. Now, she generally keeps it very, very safe, but what she does have is absolutely ridiculous, in my opinion. Okay, so down 3, generic safe low poke. Not much to say about this. It's just really good for her kit. It was nerfed recently, but the damage was nerfed, but it's still very good. Still gives good plus frames on counter hit, whatever. Forward, forward, 4. You all know this. Hefty low, right? Takes a big step. Plus 10 if you go into back turn. Plus 10, and then you're in back turn, you get a mix up, right? This low seems like it should be very minus. It is not. It is minus 12. Why is it minus 12? Great question. The down 3 is also minus 12. Lili is the minus 12 character, okay? Every low is minus 12. Back turn down 2. Super, super good low. Like, this low people don't talk about enough. I believe it guarantees a follow-up. What do you get, like a steel pedal on counter hit? Super strong low, okay? Down 1-2, good low. Although this is pretty risky. Don't throw this out a lot, but it's pretty risky. Takes her into back turn for mix-up. Good poking, right? We have back 4-3. Now this is the one I'm sure you all know about. This is what made Lili busted. If you go into back turn, it's launch punishable. Yeah, of course, but it's part of the mind game, right? I'm sure you guys have all heard of this. Lili's back 4 stance. You press 3, boom. Guaranteed steel pedal. This is her defining low in this game. It's very, very good. And it is only, again, it's not minus 12 this time. It's actually minus 13. Oops. Let me, minus 13. There's like gimmicky stuff. I can do down forward 4. Think about Claudio. Okay. There's down forward 4-4, which is really good. Have you guys seen people talking about her heat smash? She has the best low heat smash in the game, in my opinion. It's pretty much impossible to punish on most characters. Very, 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 very strong. Lili has a really good collection of lows overall, I think. It's super good. I think that's all I gotta say about Lili. I don't really play her enough. Who should we talk about next? We'll talk about Jin. We'll talk about Jin, my old main. I still kind of main him, although I'm trying to move to Reina lately. Jin is a little bit, he's too much for me now. It's too much, it feels too easy, you know? It feels too easy. Jin, this is gonna be one where there's not much to say that hasn't been said already. You guys already know. I'm about to upplay Jin. Jin is my main. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Jin has the good lows that he's always had, right? Like you have down back 4, which is like a worse version of Kazuya's down back 4. Still very good. It is minus 13 instead of minus 12, which does hurt the move a little bit. Massive plus frames on counter hits. Very good move. Down 4 is a ridiculously underrated low. For some reason, Jins in rank just don't use this move. I never see them use it. Honestly, like if you want to get success on Jin, you can just start every round by just doing this. You can get like 3 of them. It is very... Just say you're a Mishima main because you're gonna main like 4 Mishimas. Yeah, I main all the Mishimas, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. Down 4, very, 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 very strong low. Like it doesn't give anything on counter hits, but just because of how fast it is and how evasive it is, and only minus 12. It hits grounded. I believe it tracks a decent amount. Use this low a lot. And then there's the move you're all waiting for me to talk about. Scourge, the god move, down 2. This is one of the best lows in the game. Now, everyone's kind of gone back and forth. If you look at the community, if you look at like Man Sweet, he's talked about it. People were like, oh, this move's not that good because it's reactable. And then they realized, wait a minute, it's really not that reactable if you factor in all the other stuff. If you factor in lag online, there's always a default amount of lag. Even in tournaments, keep in mind, when you're going to play in tournaments, there's monitor lag as well. That's a really, really big thing as well. You factor in the fact that it's easy to react to if you're looking for it, but then when he starts mixing in his other lows, it becomes way more difficult. This low does literally everything. It tracks. It has ridiculous tracking. I don't know why it tracks. It does not need a track. It is a full counter hit launcher. If I don't miss my fucking electric. Full counter hit launcher into Jin's. Very, very high damage. Super evasive. Like, this is... Look how low he goes down. Like, I swear you can evade some mids with this. You just can. Sometimes you'll just evade mids, and it's like, okay. I just evaded a mid. Super good low. And only minus 14 on block. This move objectively should be minus 15. I'm saying this as a Jin main. There is no reason for it to be minus 14. It should be minus 15 with everything that it does. It also just does big damage. Like you look how much damage you're getting just on normal hits. It hits grounded, tracks, super strong move, one of the best lows in the game. Like those 3 lows make him one of the best characters when it comes to lows in the game. You have other stuff that people don't talk about very much. You have this, Zen 1+2. This move is only minus 14. Should be launch punishable. Look how much damage you get. Now it is kind of reactable. Well, it's very reactable, 24 frames, but most people aren't expecting it because people don't use this move very much on Jin, to be honest. You have other stuff, 1-3, 1-3-4, only minus 13, and this is actually, if we make it... Actually, hold on, we need to back up here. Counter hit launcher. A lot of people don't know that. This is a counter hit launcher. A lot of people don't know that. 3-1-4, very good low string, only minus 13. Like he has a lot of stuff like this that makes him really good. You also have a hell sweep. He's a Mishima after all. Granted, he does have the worst hell sweep in the game. Sorry, not in the game. Out of the Mishimas, in my opinion, it's slower than all the others, and the animation is a little bit more reactable. But still, sets up great Oki. If they get up immediately, you get a guaranteed Demon Paw. It's ass, yeah, but it's still an option for him to have. It's a really, first of all, it's not ass. It's definitely not ass, but it's still just another option for him to have. Jin's lows are incredible. Let's be honest. Jin has really good lows. Okay. Who else should we talk about? Oh my god, dude, Nina. Holy shit. Nina has good lows. Nina has very good lows. Let's talk about Nina. And make sure to let me know in the chat if the music's too loud or anything. I'm a little paranoid about that. Okay, what do we have on Nina? We have down back 3, an incredible... You're gonna put the whole cast in S tier? No, there's only like 2 more characters in S tier. Very good low poke, okay? Super good, 17 frames, knockdown on counter hits. I'm pretty sure this is a guaranteed, yeah, you get a guaranteed forward 1+2 after this. Only minus 13 on block. What more would you want in a low poke, right? What more would you want? You have down 3-4, very strong move. Now, as you're seeing here, Kazuya is ducking this. You can duck it, so you can duck the second hit, but you need really good timing because of how fast the second move is. And on counter hits, all things guaranteed. Amazing string. Nina's just spam this. They just spam it. Down 2, very evasive low, like very evasive. It is only minus 12. Why is it only minus 12? Who knows? And you get a guaranteed follow-up, right? Yeah, you get that on counter hits. Just more stuff adding to her amazing low poking. Sidestep 4. Huge plus frames on this move. Now, only minus 14, plus 6. Like she has all the lows you could ever want when it comes to poking. Like they're just so incredibly good. We have, what is it? Her sweep, full crouch, 3+4, sets up her 50-50, right? Now this one is obviously risky, but I mean every character needs risky lows like this. She just has the full package when it comes to lows. You can't punish it when they do the second hit. Exactly. I think now we're almost at the end of S tier. Yeah, I think I have one more character who I want to put in S tier. One more character, and that'll be Law. Yeah, that'll be Law. Let us switch to Law. What makes Law's low so good? He has everything, and everything is safe, just like all the other top tiers in this game. We have down back 3, standard low poke, very standard low poke, plus 3 on block. What more could you want? I believe it gives you big frames on counter hit too. Plus 13 on counter hit. Yeah, that's good. That is very good for a low poke like this, considering how fast it is, considering that's pretty good range too. That's good. Sidestep 3. Probably his most defining low. This low is insanely broken. It is only minus 13 on block and gives you plus 7 on normal hit, bringing you into stance. Plus 7 on normal hit. Yeah. I believe on counter hit, it guarantees a heat engager. You get that. Oops. I think I timed it wrong. Or maybe not. Am I just doing it wrong? I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed, no? Or it might be another one. I know he gets a guaranteed Oh, there it is. I was just timing it wrong. Guaranteed heat engager. Minus 13. What more can you want? Oh, and by the way, not only does it give you a guaranteed heat engager, but it's actually a launcher. Full launcher on counter hit if you're in heats. Great. We have the slide. It's law. You all know about the slide. It's been nerfed several times, and it's still broken. Guaranteed nunchuck follow-up. Unsafe. They do get a float combo if they catch it. But these moves alone are godly. They're just absolutely godly. We have some other stuff. We have how do you get the DSS by default? I always forget. We have I believe is it stance 4? This, yeah, stance 4. Super strong low. Oh, it's down 1+2. Another great strong low. Big damage, big plus frames, only minus 13 on block. Like, what's not to like, right? Knockdown on counter hit. You probably get a nunchuck off that, right? Does a slide track? Kind of, not really. The main thing about the slide is how much range it has, right? So that's the main thing. Basically homing, there you go. So I'm not a law player, but yeah. These characters are the characters I'm confident belong in S tier for this tier list. There is one more character who I've been thinking about, and I'm not exactly sure, and that is Leo. I think Leo could either go at the very top of here, Leo, could either go at the very top of here, or the very bottom of here. I'm not actually sure. I'm not exactly sure, but let's talk about what makes Leo's lows so incredibly good. Okay, we have the most iconic one, down forward 2+3. This low, and nobody knows about Leo, so no one talks about it. This low is fucking godly. Now, the range is lacking. Not the greatest range. This is a minus 12 on block, minus 12 full counter hit launcher. To my knowledge, this is completely unique. There you go. Evasive, minus 12 on block, low, counter hit launcher. Like, having that tool alone puts you in pretty godly territory. Okay, quarter circle forward 1. This is another really good low that people don't talk about. Great poke, only minus 13 on block. I believe it's minus 13 on block, right? Yeah, only minus 13 on block. Guaranteed on counter hit, you get a guaranteed heat engager. Right? Like, and because it's a core, it's pretty good. Not amazing reach, but decent reach. Decent reach. Down 4, great low poke. I believe it has an extension too. You have an extension that you can catch people up. Not bad. Leo has a hell sweep. Down back 4-1. Great, especially really strong at the wall. Now it is a hell sweep, it's risky, and you have an extension too when you go into your, was it lightning glare / heat? Big follow-up. 42 damage, chunky low. This kills you at the wall. It kills you. Amazing lows here. So before I was thinking Leo would be at the very top of great lows. Down back 4 is a counter hit launcher. Did I not mention down back 4? I think I did, right? Did I not mention that? Oh yeah, down back 4 by itself. Yeah, you're right. If you just do the first hit as a counter hit launcher, right? Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Easy mode hell sweep. Okay, so I'm not sure here or here. I'm not exactly sure. Part of me wants to keep Leo here. I feel like these characters slightly outdo them, maybe slightly. Because if Leo had better range on the down forward 2+3, you undoubtedly, you'd be like here. But I think the range does hold them back a little bit, but you could make an argument for either of these. I'd believe you if you said either of these characters, so I think that's fine. You forgot back 2-4 that guarantees a heat engager and counter hit. So many good tools. Dragunov. God character. Although, in my opinion, not as good since they've nerfed down 2. Not as good as some of the broken S tiers in this game. Dragunov still has some insane stuff. Early Dragunov, when the game first came out, this character would have been easily S tier when it came to lows. They've nerfed Hatchet a lot. They've nerfed down 2. But even still, you're still left with a character with amazing lows. Down 2, evasive low poke. It's tracking. This low, it tracks for some reason, gives you good frames on counter hits. Really great. And what's so good about this move is it leaves him in crouch. And Dragunov really wants to be in crouch, because then he gets access to another great low, which is full crouch 1-4. Pretty busted low, in my opinion. It is only -13 on block, brings you into sneak, and then you start your unbelievable, ridiculous pressure. Those two lows alone are very, very good. We have Hatchet, super risky. This is new to him in this game. Very, very good. It's super risky, and it only gives +3. So the nerfs have... Didn't this used to be like +7 in the base game? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure this used to be +7. So, yeah. But it's still good. Still very good. Gives you a... doesn't it give you a knockdown and counter hit with a guaranteed extension? Amazing low. Quarter circle forward 3 is also worth mentioning. This is, what is it? I think it's -15, right? You can launch it, barely. It is barely launch punishable. But it's still worth noting because it makes his sneak pressure so much better. It also has it has surprisingly good range, and on counter hits, big damage. This is just something he can threaten you from like here with a counter hit low. So, great lows, right? Like not much to complain about there, in my opinion. Definitely very good lows. Next is King. Next is King, a character who we all know what I'm gonna say. We all know which low he has. That is a problem. Besides that low, though, I do think he's not like god tier, but he has great tools. Let's be real. Okay, so obviously on King, there's the elephant in the room. Forward neutral 2. Busted ass low, in my opinion. The range on it is the biggest problem. In my opinion, it's just, it's too much. Why does it hit from like full fucking screen? What is it? 50 damage on counter hits. Only -13. Now, its weakness is it's weak to sidestep. But even still, but the nature of it, because it's a forward move, a lot of the time he'll realign with you anyway. So your sidestep timing has to be very perfect to punish this move. People have talked about this move a lot. There's not more I can say about it that people have not said already. In terms of general other poking, we have down 3, just like a basic -12 on block poke. I don't remember, does it give you, it doesn't give you anything on counter hit, but it's still nice to have in the context of King's kits. We have, what is it, full crouch down forward 2. This is a, wait, not that one. That's, why am I getting, sorry, is it 1+2? This is a gimmick that a lot of lower level Kings will use, but a lot of people don't know that this is actually only -12 on block. People don't mention that. This is a low launcher. Full low launcher. -12 on block. You have to parry it. If you don't parry it, you're not getting a big punish. So, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it is a gimmicky move that a lot of Kings will get away with, because, again, it is only -12. Kings should use this more, in my opinion. Besides that, 32 frames, my grandma reacts to it. Yeah, but it's only -12. And if you haven't been using it, you can get away with it. Like I said, it is gimmicky, but it's something. Down back 3. It's slow. But this game, it has huge, gigantic high crush. It is only -14 on block, if I remember correctly. Yep, only -14 on block. And I believe on counter hit, you get a follow-up, right? What is it? You get the down 2+3? Sorry, I don't really play this character too much. At least I think you do. You get a guaranteed follow-up. Something worth noting. Again, it is slow, but you do get big plus frames on it. You get stance 4. Very good low for his mix-up. It's surprisingly hard to punish. A lot of times you can't punish it properly. And then, yeah, you have this as well. Like, there's so much. There's so many good stuff on King. It's mainly just this. Without this, he would definitely be a lot lower. But, hey man, that's something. Low-key, I'm actually going to put Alisa above King. I think she goes here. She has very good lows. You could honestly, you could argue she's S tier. You could argue she's S tier. She has some crazy shit in this game. Okay, so characters already very strong. Everyone knows this. You have what do we start? What do we even start with? Down 3, full screen low, +8 on hit, plus 8 on hit. Yo. Chessa95, thank you so much for the Prime sub on Twitch. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. That alone is good. Now, granted, it is risky. Again, it's risky, launch punishable, but the range just gives it so much. Launcher on counter hits, full launcher. Really, really great tool there. You have down back 3, decent low poke. I believe, what is it? I believe does it give you better pokes, better frames on counter hit? I don't remember. +3 on counter hits. Good range. They'll use this. Down 4 is the one they all spam. So if you ever fight an Alisa player in rank, they all do this. This is the one you're talking about, right? She has a low that jails you with a high. They all spam this. All of them. They'll just la 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 la. Fun times. You can't do shit. Good luck. This is the one that jails. Great low. Really, 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 really great low. I believe on counter hit. What do they give you on counter hit? Sorry, I don't play her enough. It's guaranteed on counter hit. There you go. Then we get into chainsaw, and it's like, okay, bro. This only -12 on block, and you see the plus frame there, +4 while she's in chainsaw. Okay, too much. Down 2, full tracking low when she's in chainsaw stance. You look at this and you're like, that's a launch punishable low. Surprisingly, it is not. It is not a launch punishing low. It is only... Hold on, he's set to... I'm trying to get him to duck. Whatever. Okay, take my word for it. This is -14. This low, -14. Not launch punishable. It's like, okay. And then we start getting into like dumb stuff. Now she has a hell sweep. Why is a character like this who can, in a second, get anywhere, can now threaten you with a full screen hell sweep? I'm pretty sure this tracks decently well as well. Very, very strong. Down back 4, surprisingly long range, knockdown low. Like, not like super long range, but it always like clips me. Like from here, it always clips me. Knockdown low, it is launch punishable, but it's just something something worth noting. Yeah, she has super strong lows. She has super, super strong lows overall. Her full crouch low is busted. Which one is that? I don't actually remember which one her full crouch low is. So I don't play this character enough. Leroy. Character no one knows anything about. But he has good lows, trust me. He has good lows. Get into the game here. I'm not gonna be counting the unblockable. Leroy has one really, really good low that people don't talk about enough, in my opinion. Okay, all right, we're working now. Obviously, down 3-2 to start his pressure. This is one everyone knows about. Super good. It's like the core of his kit. Very, very good stuff here. Very good stuff. We have down back 3. Ridiculous low. One of the best lows in the game that people do not talk about. +5 on block. -8 goes into stance. Sorry, +5 on hit. -8 goes into stance on block. Crazy high crush. Heat engager on counter hit. Very, very, very good low. Like, super, super good low. This is one of the lows that a lot of the Leroy players are like, we don't want anyone to know about how good this low is. It's very good. It is a very good thing. You have down 2, just a basic low poke, 15 frames, nothing crazy here. Gives +3 on counter hits. Sidestep 4 is a very nice low. It's not really safe because you're forced to go into hermit stance, but there are stuff you can do to avoid getting punished by it, basically. Counter hit launcher low. You can parry immediately. Yeah, you can parry immediately after using this. So basically, you can make it unpunishable in a lot of ways. Very fast as well, right? We have I was saying sidestep 4, super good low poke. If I remember correctly, it's only -12 on block. Big frames on counter hit, right? Yeah, +12 on counter hits. Pretty good, right? 3-4 in stance. Good low poke. We have stance back 4. This is a fully tracking, okay? Fully tracking counter hit launcher. -13 on block. So safe on block pretty much. Like, you're not getting launched for it at least. Hold on, why am I... Is it just 3+4 to get into stance? Sorry, I barely ever play Leroy. -13 on block, full counter hit launcher. There you go. right? Like, very good. He also has, what is it? He has a Hell Sweep? What is it? This? He has a Hell Sweep. It's not like a great Hell Sweep. It's pretty slow, but everyone forgets that Leroy has a Hell Sweep. So it's nice to like throw in occasionally. And then we have this. Once per game, low you can use. Unseeable low launcher. Minus 14 on block. The cane. The Pimp Cane. Yeah, there you go. He has a lot of good stuff. He has a lot of really, really good lows, and people don't talk about it. So there you go. That is Leroy Smith. A lot of great tools. Next, I think I'm going to talk about Hwoarang. I think I'm going to talk about Hwoarang next, actually. He has good lows. Don't let them trick you into thinking he has bad lows. He has really good stuff. Okay. Now this one I'm actually not too knowledgeable on. This is a character I'm in the process of learning, so excuse me if some of my information is a little bit off here. Okay, to start with, down back 3, obviously. Very good safe poke. Super evasive. Look how evasive this is. Look how evasive this is. He completely crouches down. Big frames on counter hit. Plus 17 on counter hit. Very good low. Very, very good low. We have, what is it? Down 3-4. It did get nerfed, but don't let them tell you this is a bad low. Goes into all of his pressure. It's great. It's great, right? You get a lot of stuff. From what I hear, this move is still incredibly strong. We have sidestep 4, safe poke. I believe this gives you plus 5 into stance, right? Yeah, it takes you into stance. Plus 5, counter hit launcher. How minus is it? Minus 13 counter hit launcher off of sidestep, right? Like this stuff is really, really good. He has like a lot of stuff in his stances that I'm not like, again, I'm not too familiar on. I was actually asking Hwoarang players if they think his lows are still good, and they're all like, yeah, his lows are still godly. So I'm more or less taking their word on it. Again, this is like the one character who I'm still trying to learn him, but this stuff together, you have like some more gimmicky stuff, like what, you have down 4-4, obviously very risky, but if you know they're gonna press, it's a full counter hit launcher. Good lows overall that like compensates his stance pressure very, very well. Very well. That's all I really have to say on Hwoarang, unless anyone else has anything else to add. Sorry, Hwoarang has the heat counter hit launcher as well. I completely forgot about that. You're right. He has that as well. That's very, very strong. Here, okay, I want to talk about Devil Jin. This is very, very, very... I'm conflicted on this one. Okay. Devil Jin is either here or at the very bottom of the Great Low tier list, in my opinion. Either here or here. I'm super conflicted on him. I'm not sure. And the reason why, if we go to Devil Jin, where is he at? Where is he at? He could be decent. I'm not exactly sure. Now, obviously, he has a full launching Hell Sweep, right? You get a big combo. Unique to him. No other Mishimas really have this. No other Mishimas have this on normal hits. Obviously, it's very risky, but it is unseeable. It's ass? It's not ass. It's not ass at all. Like, this is a tool that gets your opponents to duck. Is it risky? Yes, but the fact that you have it means there's always a pressure on your opponent to duck. In addition to that, you have down back 3, which, and yeah, you're right, CD4-4 is also very, very good, especially at the wall. You use this at the wall now, and then you can set up stuff like this. It's pretty good in my opinion. You have down back 4, which isn't the greatest. It is, I feel like it's kind of reactable because of the animation. Minus 13 on block, but it does give you guaranteed, oh sorry, Steel Petals, I always forget, Steel Petals back 4 on him. Guaranteed follow-up. Super evasive, you duck all highs. Right? Nice tool to have. Then you have down 3, which is okay, it's just like a generic low poke. So what I'm conflicted about here is is the Hell Sweep enough to put him into great lows? I'm not actually sure if it is. I feel like he's probably around here. Hopefully we can get into agreements here. He just doesn't have enough of a variety, I think. Yeah, Hell Sweep's not enough. Okay, I can get behind that. Okay, I can get behind that. The next character I want to talk about is a bit of an interesting one that no one knows anything about. Let me just switch this back. That is Zafina. Zafina has, what do we have here? Some really underrated stuff. A down 3 is low-key a broken low, and people just don't talk about it enough. This low is super, super strong. +5 on block goes into her stance if we hold down forward. So now I keep saying on block. I'm sorry. +5 on hits. +7 on hits if you go into stance. Now it's risky. Launch punishable, I think. Is it launch punishable? I think if you go into stance, it's only -13. Yeah, normally it's -15. If you go into stance, it's -13. But you're gonna get launched basically. But what you get here is very, very evasive, surprisingly good range. Do you see how she kind of lunges forward in the middle of the animation? Surprisingly good range on this tool. +7 into her amazing stance pressure. Great low. And if you need anything more, counter hit launcher, right? Like what's not to like? What else does she have? Let me think. You have down back 3, good poking, goes into stance. Always a very nice tool to have. I think it's pretty safe. Well, it's -8 if you go into stance, but what is it if you? Oh, I guess it automatically takes you into stance. So there you go. Nice poke to have, right? Down back 4, another good low. This one really annoys me. It's so evasive. Look at this. Look at the sweep she is doing here. Super, super annoying move. -12 on block. There you go. I believe it also has a mid follow-up, right? So this is dumb. It has a mid follow-up that counter hit launches you. And it doesn't stagger. So if you punish this and then you go to do like a while standing 4-4 or whatever, and you press a button, you just got launched. This is dumb. This is really, really dumb. And then you're like, okay, well, if I just wait, the mid must be super risky, right? It is not. The mid is... Oh, wait, I mean, I get him to block, my bad. Right here. -13. It's a lot less evasive than the animation looks like. Yeah, but it's still evasive, and it's still a really good tool to have. And you still have a counter hit launcher follow-up that's only -13. Like, come on, that's a very nice thing to have on a character, right? What else does she have? We have a low heat smash, obviously. I forget out of which. Oh, there it is. Low heat smash is it's always something. It's obviously not the greatest, but it is. It is something that gives her more low utility. Obviously, she has the snake edge. I'm not gonna lie. This is a character I don't really play. I completely forgot what her snake edge is. Oh, there. Wait, never mind. We just did it. Boom. Only 25 frames. A lot of people struggle to react to this because the animation is weird. Super nice. I'd put her here. Who else should we talk about? We can talk about Paul. Paul's an interesting one. Paul's lows. This is an interesting one. Here's the thing. In my opinion, his lows are not that good. Everything is carried by this. Now, his heat smash is ridiculous. This is a pretty good range compared to his other stuff. Actually, sorry, is the music a bit loud? Hold on, I'll turn it down a bit. My bad. Super, super good. Breaks walls. Only -12 on block. There's no reason for this to be -12 on block. Very good. That defines his lows. The problem is, besides that, I feel like he is a little bit lacking. I don't think Demo Man is good in this game at all. You literally have to be kissing your opponent on the mouth to hit this. I guess it could be good at the wall, but it's not. It's too risky. It's so incredibly risky. It's still a nice tool to have, though. In terms of safe lows, we're talking this. Quarter circle forward 3, which is nice. And on counter hit, it gives you free Demo Man. It's a nice low to have. It is a nice low. Pretty safe on block. But I think it's -13 on block. If I remember, -14 on block. Besides that, I feel like he's lacking. I feel like he's definitely lacking in lows. You have back 4 is another defining low he has. Good poking. That's really it. It's not the greatest. You get big plus frames. Like, yeah, I feel like he's lacking overall. You have some interesting sway stuff, and he has the new deep dive stuff, like this. Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. I forgot sidestep 3. Sidestep 3 is good too. Nice little poke, but overall, I think the heat smash carries him hard. Heat smash and quarter circle forward 3 carries him very, very, very hard, in my opinion. So I think that's a pretty good spot for him to go. I think that makes sense for me. Oh, I forgot to talk about Shaheen. We can talk about Shaheen really quick. Shaheen would either be like the bottom of here. He'd be like the top of decent lows or bottom of great lows. Probably bottom of great lows. Okay, he has down 3, which is a super good low. You go into stance for +4. This is a great low. Like, don't get me wrong. And it's only -14 on block, so most characters can't launch it. This is a great low. Very good. Not very good. Actually, I'm surprised by how bad that range is, but it's good. You go into stance for his pressure, and then you can start looping shit. It's very annoying. Good low, right? Like, I don't think anyone's going to disagree. Doesn't really give too much on counter hit, but whatever. Down 4 is a good low for poking, only -12, and gives you nice frames on counter hits. Actually, no, it doesn't. Okay, well, we're learning. Slide, obviously, is his most defining low in this game. You get a guaranteed follow-up, just like Laws. It has been nerfed. The Oki used to be way better. But, you know, any character who has a slide, like, if you do it full screen, like, it can be, like, very, very, very hard to punish. So, that's really good. Any character with a slide, you can't say they have bad lows when they have a slide. Not the greatest. He also has a low heat smash, although, I'm not gonna lie. Is it out of this stance? He has a low heat smash that's only -14. That's worth noting as well. So, he has some nice mix-ups. I just feel like he gets outdone by a couple of the other characters, in my opinion. The stance mix-up from the DC low is really good. We could probably put him in there. Is he better than Devil Jin? Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, sorry, he definitely is better than Devil Jin. Okay, my bad. He's there. Bryan. Let's talk about Bryan. Hot take here. Bryan's lows are not that good.
Get ready for the next battle.
He has like fucking 3 of them, okay? I think Bryan's super, 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 super good right now. Amazing character, but I think he's one of those characters who his lows aren't what makes him good. Okay, what do I have? What do I have to say for Bryan? Hatchet kick, obviously, everyone knows this. Very strong low, 19 frames, so it's pretty fast. Gives you a big +5, which is amazing for him, because on Bryan, momentum is everything. Momentum is everything on this character. So having this, which on counter hit gives you a guaranteed follow-up, is super nice. However, it's not that. Look at this. It's -13 on block, which is nice, but the problem with this low is it's not very evasive, right? It's not very evasive, but it is a good low. The problem is what else does he have? If we look at Bryan's other stuff, like you have down 4, which is nice, I guess. It's very quick. What Bryan has is he has very quick low pokes. You have down 4, and I believe is it down 3? It's either down 3 or down back 3. Like these two, they're both neutral. Both neutral on block, and they're both only -11. So they're good. They're good low pokes to have. They don't give you anything on counter hit though. That's the problem. It's just cool. You have very good low pokes, which can help you interrupt your opponents. But I don't know. I feel like it's not enough to say he has good lows. In the context of his kit, they're very, very helpful to have like very quick interrupt tools like this, and he has good pushback. But I just don't think. Like, these aren't god lows. None of these lows can be called god lows. And I feel like all the characters in the tiers above have way more than that, you know? You also have down back 3, which is something worth noting. Only -12 on block. Gives you +4 on counter hit. But that's it. So in the context of his kit, you're right, like the down 4 is really good. But I feel like in general, his lows really aren't. His lows really aren't that good. Compared to some of the really, really great characters. So I'd put him at the top of here. I think he's above Devil Jin for sure. But like, I feel like compared to any of these guys, he does have worse lows. That's my hot take. I think Bryan's here. Okay, let's talk about Lee. So obviously on Lee, we have the back 3-3 that everyone's talked about so much. Takes you into stance. Good poking, right? Very good poking. Hold forward, and you go into his pressure. That's good. That is good. Down 3, counter hit launcher, right? Nice to have. It is risky. It is very risky. -15, but the range is pretty good. And it's, again, counter hit launcher. Cool, right? You have full crouch 4. Very evasive low. I'm pretty sure, doesn't this give you a follow-up on counter hit? Yeah, you get a follow-up on counter hit. Nice knockdown. It's something worth noting. Again, it is launch punishable, though. -14. Some characters will launch it, most characters won't. And it's only -3 on hit, so not the greatest frames, but like these are still good tools, right? These are still nice things to have. Obviously, you have the slide. I mean, the slide is really helpful. Again, it's risky, but it's still very nice to have. Oh yeah, you have down. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting. Down back 3-4. This is a very good low. People don't talk about this low. Good for poking. 21 frames, minus 13. It's a little bit slower than the average poking, which is not great. But why am I in stance? Hello. Knockdown. There you go. Guaranteed follow-up. What else does he have? You have stance 4, which is also a counter hit launcher, if I remember correctly. So the problem is, yeah, a lot of his stuff is slow-ish, but I mean, you still have some nice options here. Like it's not terrible. Stance 4, counter hit launcher. Does it track too? I don't remember. And then you have a low heat smash. One of the worst heat smashes in the game. It's a bad heat smash, but hey, it used to be launch punishable, right? Now it's only minus 14. I think, wasn't it? It used to be launch punishable, if I remember correctly. So now he has a minus 14 heat smash that does 0 damage. But you know, it's something, right? It's something. I don't think his lows are as ass as people will have you think. But they are generally pretty slow. He's the worst out of all these characters. I'd put him pretty significantly below Paul. Now here's an interesting one. Here's what I've been thinking about. I want to rank Claudio. Now, Claudio is so weird because everyone thinks Claudio is very, very good, right? The problem is, in a vacuum, his lows are fucking atrocious. In a vacuum, he only has one low, and that's sidestep 4. That's his only low. And then you have Heat Smash, which is nice, but again, it's minus 14. In a vacuum, he only has those 2 tools. But the problem is, those 2 tools, in the combination of the rest of his kit, makes them really, really good. That's why it's really hard for me to think about where Claudio would go here. Because in theory, I want to put him very low. Like, again, all he has are those 2 moves, right? Like, what else does he have? You have this. Nice tool, only minus 12. Although, in my opinion, it is a little bit predictable, right? Because it comes out of a sidestep. Not very fast. Gives you guaranteed follow-up on counter hits. Very good. Very, very good move. But that's it. That's all you have on him. And then you have this, which is amazing in the context of his kit, in the context of his unbelievable wall pressure. At the wall, he'll do this, or he'll do the sidestep, right? Or he can threaten you with this. There's like a million things he can threaten you with. So in the context of his kit, because of how good his other tools are, these 2 tools are all he really needs. But if we're just ranking a character in a vacuum, like for example, we're going to be ranking Yoshimitsu's lows relatively low, because in a vacuum they are, but when you factor it all in with his other kit, they're all super good, right? So it's hard for me to rank this character. The problem with this is it's so slow. Like I've never gotten hit by this in my life. Okay, sorry, are people saying down 2-2 is a launcher? This isn't Tekken 7, this was removed in Tekken 7. Sorry, I need to stop reading chat. I'm getting triggered now. This is a Tekken 7 thing. This is a good counter hit launcher. It's too slow though. Like I can react to this on counter hit. I can react to this so easily. Like this is slow as fuck. So it's really just those 2 tools. I feel like with those 2, I feel like he's pretty low. I feel like I have to say he's pretty low. Sorry, I'm gonna stop reading chat because there's a fuck ton of misinformation in chat. He's probably around there. He's probably around there. I think we're going into Manlows. I'm just gonna start ranking off some characters I know would be in the man tier. Let's start with Reina. This is a character who I've been basically maining soon, so I have a lot of info on her. Reina players are on copium, in my opinion. When Reina players talk about how she has hideous lows, I completely disagree. Now, are they great? No, but they work well for her. They're not awful. They're not like fucking Heihachi level. You can't compare Reina's lows to Heihachi. You have sidestep 4, which is great for her. Like it's not amazing, but you have a safe low that she really needs. Like this is good. This is really good to have. Only minus 13 with a little bit of delay here. That's a great tool. You have what is that? I always forget. Is it down 3 or down back 4? You have this nice low poke, and then you have hell sweep. Her hell sweep is really good. Like don't underestimate her hell sweep. It is so good to have. Like super good hell sweep. And then keep in mind, Reina players can do stuff like this. You can do stuff like that. like, in general on this, let me switch her to standing. In general on this character, you don't want to duck her, right? Because she is like bombarding you with pressure, and then she starts doing this. Oops. Wait. You're switching the rules for context of in a kit and in a vacuum? Okay, yeah, forget it. We're talking about in a vacuum. Reina's kit in a vacuum, her lows are not as bad as some other characters. You can link these. Like, oh, threaten you with a 50-50. I do that, and you get launched. Or, I do this. Which breaks floor, and then you get comboed. Like, you can't tell me these are bad lows. These are really, really good to have. Down back 2-2. Okay, I'll give you that. This low is pretty shit. I'll give you that. This is a shit low, in my opinion. But I think sidestep 4, hell sweep, down back 4 is really enough. And then you have some other stuff as well, right? You have Sentai low, fully tracking. It's risky. Hold on, let's set him to bending block. It's risky, but it's nice to have a tracking option out of... Wait, did I not set him to crouching block? My bad. Here you go. It's something. You're getting something. She has... Heihachi wishes he had lows like... You know what Heihachi would do for a low like this? I mean, he gets it when he's in his enhanced state, but that's it. No, I don't think she has bad tracking at all. You have a move like this. How can you say she has bad tracking? This is very, very good. This tracks sidestep left. And you get a guaranteed steel pedal on counter hit. You can go into Jack. They're definitely better than Reina's. Jack's problem is that he has amazing low pokes. He has low pokes that no other character in the game has, but that's it. Everything else is like so incredibly slow and so incredibly risky. Some people are going to disagree and say Jack should go way higher. In general, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know where you would go, but I guess we can just talk about it. You have this, which is super, super good. One of the best low pokes in the game. Really, really nice to have. And then you can mix it up. You can do down back 1-1. You can do down back 1-1-1. Super, super good stuff, right? Super, super good stuff. And it's only, what is it? -12 on block. Like no other character has pokes like this. You have full crouch down back 1, another similar amazing low poke. Like amazing low poke. And then you have mid follow up. These two are good. The problem is, once you get through moves like this, yeah, you're okay, even that, you're right. It's the best low poke in Tekken. But that's it. Like, everything else he has is just trash. Like, everything else is just so bad. What are we, down back 1+2? This is -70. Did you know that? Did you know that this is -70? Did you know that down back 2 is -18? If you release it instantly, -18. You can charge it, which is pretty good, because then you get good range, right? The one thing, you can charge it and it becomes pretty hard to punish. But I believe you can sidestep this, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can sidestep this. And also, you can react to it. That's the problem if you hold back. So, I mean, it's something, but it's really not, it's not that great, in my opinion. It's not that great. What else do you have? Do you have, what, down forward 1-4, I guess? Yeah, his threat is in his throws. That's how he gets you to duck. So his lows are not good, but I think this alone, these two, means that he should go in at least meh lows tier. They're really, really good. Azucena definitely has better, low-key, she has better lows than Jack too, I think. You have down back 3, which is a really nice low poke to have. It takes you into back turn at +4. You can go for mix-ups. It is only -7 on block, but again, it does take you into back turn. We have down back 4, another nice low poke. It's pretty evasive. And I remember, it gives you good frames on counter hit, right? Yeah, +12 on counter hits. Good range too. It's something that's nice to have. The problem is it's only -3 on normal hits, which is not the greatest. And it's -14. So a little bit iffy when it comes to her low pokes. A little bit iffy. We have full crouch down forward 3. This is her best low, I think. This is her best low according to the Azucena players I have talked to. This guarantees on counter hits 4-1. I think, and you can there's probably another one you can do for a heat engager, right? You can almost definitely get a heat engager off of that, I think. I just don't remember. So this is a really good low to have, really good low poke. -13 on block, right? Having stuff like that is always nice. It is always nice. And then we have some back turn stuff. What is it, 3? Back turn 3 is pretty nice. Chunky low, nice damage, +4, and it's only -13 on block. And this gives you a heat engager on counter hits. Not terrible, right? Something for her back turn. And then we have Hell Sweep, if I can remember what the notation is. There you go. We have a Hell Sweep. Obviously very risky, but overall just subpar. Like very, very subpar. Like she has some good stuff, but I'd put her as better than Reina for sure. Is it better than Jack? Yes, better than Jack. I'd put her there. Maybe the bottom of decent, maybe. You could make an argument for the very, very bottom of decent, I think. Here's the thing about Asuka. She has down back 3, which is a really nice, really nice low poke. Good range. +4 on block. Sorry, no, I keep saying on block. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. On hit. Can I not go into the gimmick tackle, please? +14. This is good. This is really good to have. June, we'll rank June later, but June will definitely be just a little bit higher than Asuka. This is really nice to have. You have full crouch down 2, which is all right, but June's is way better. I'm pretty sure this one only guarantees you a heat engager, right? Whereas June's is a full counter hit launcher, I think. I don't remember what the heat engager is, but this is a decent low poke, only -11. There you go. Down 1 +2 is her strong low. This move is ass. It is asinine. It has no range. You have to be kissing Kazuya. Kissing Kazuya's beautiful manly lips. Like, and getting in there too, not like a peck. If she just like pecks him on the lips, this won't hit. You have to be like getting in there, like leaning your body in for this to hit. But you do get a guaranteed forward 2 off of the move, which is something worth noting. And so it's good for her 50-50. But yeah, overall, a lot of the stuff is not great. It is a counter hit launcher, but it's really hard to take the combo. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. There you go. Yeah, this is shit. This is shit. And then you have like some more gimmicky stuff, like what, like down back 4-4. That's really it though. Like what other defining lows does she have? That you're gonna be using a lot of this. You're gonna be using a lot of this, and then you get in their face, and you go into this for her 50-50. That's it. Like it's really not good. So I'd say does she have better lows than Jack and Reina? I'd say she's like here. That's what I want to say. We'll talk about June really quick. I don't know if June is indecent or not. You could argue she is. We're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna make my decision as we go through it. Okay, let's go through June. I think June has a down back 3, similar to Asuka's. Less plus frames though, which is not good. But still, this is gonna be your main poke tool on the character. We have full crouch, down forward 2. Hers is a way easier counter hit launcher. I think people were saying that you can't actually. It is a counter hit launcher on. It does count as a counter hit launcher on Asuka's. This combo is just really hard to do. This one is a pretty easy combo to do. And yeah, I didn't mention can. They both have cans, which is nice. It's something worth noting. Down 4, decent, right? Another good low poke. I'm pretty sure there's a follow-up. Is there a follow-up? We have down back 2. This is like her chunkiest low. Down 4-4. Oh, there you go. My bad. And that's guaranteed on counter hits. Pretty decent. Okay. It's a high, but yeah, it's guaranteed on counter hits. You just have to... But I'm guessing you can't react. You'll have to do it earlier, so... Whatever. Yeah, we have... Okay, sorry, what was I saying? Down back 2 is her chunky low. It's only -12, but it is pretty slow, coming out at 23 frames. For a move like this, this is surprisingly slow. It really is. But it's something. You get big... better to use 1 than 3. It is something. It's something worth noting. And then obviously you have down 3 gimmicks. Can. I don't know. To me, this seems underwhelming. Like I can't. This seems very, very underwhelming. Probably better than Asuka, maybe. Maybe at the very, very bottom of here. I don't know though. the whole package just seems very, very underwhelming to me. Like, I feel like she wishes she could have a move like Claudio's fucking sidestep 4. I don't know. I think I'll keep her in here. Something like this looks okay to me. Okay. We have... Well, who have we not talked about? She should be indecent too. Nah, I disagree. Oh yeah, and sorry, I forgot. She has a Hell Sweep too. I forgot to mention that. And she has a Heat Smash low that she can kind of use. Is her Heat Smash low good though? I never see anyone use it. I guess any character was a Heat... Yeah, you're right. Any character was a Heat Smash low would probably be at least a little bit up higher. Yeah, it is... No, that's true. It's minus 12. No, that's something worth noting. That helps June a lot. That actually helps June a lot. I didn't even know that. I always assumed it was like minus 14 or something. So there you go. That's something. But yeah, that alone, those two things are enough to put her up to here, I think. For sure, I agree. I guess we should talk about Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu's a really weird one, and he's really hard to talk about. Here's my problem with Yoshimitsu. It's just a definition thing. I don't count this as a low when we're talking about like all the other lows. Technically, it is. You're right. It's a low, but it's unblockable. If we're counting this, then yeah, it's one of the best moves in the game. I'm not counting this though. I'm counting lows that you can block or lows that you can low parry. Normal lows. This is basically like what separates this from his other unblockables. It's just an unblockable. How do you even counter that? You have to hop kick. You have to hop kick as soon as you see the animation. The move's very, very good, but I'm not counting this as a low. I'm not going to count this as a low for this list. I'm sorry. It's an unblockable. But what else does he have? Yeah, this. You have this, which is something. This is a good low that he has. It is a counter hit launcher, if I remember correctly. Full counter hit launcher, very fast, tracking. Launch punishable though. It is risky. It is risky. He has down back 3-3. Decent low. You can do 3-3-4 is what people normally do. You can do just one hit. You can kind of mix it up a little. Not the greatest, in my opinion. Really not the greatest. Down back 4 is a nice, safe low poke that Yoshimitsu's like to use. Technically, again, I feel like that's really it. Like you have this. This is a good low launcher. But besides that, in terms of low poking, it's just this. Now, Yoshi, don't get me wrong, Yoshi's god tier. Yoshi is god tier. But like, this is just underwhelming to me. If you don't count this, it feels very, very, very overwhelming, or very, very underwhelming to me. Down back 1-2. Yeah, we can mention this. Although again, I think this is very, very risky. If they block this, you're just exploding. But yeah, this is also something worth mentioning. The problem is it only gives 0 on hit. That is not. I feel like most moves like this are going to give way bigger way bigger frames, right? Down back 1-2 is a snake edge. I don't know, they're all pretty slow. And don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying Yoshimitsu. I think Yoshimitsu is the #2 character in the game right now. It's just, some characters just don't need lows. Like, it's just not really a big part of it. He has unblockables. Why the fuck would he need lows? There's an NSS low that can launch. Yeah, but we're talking like, we're getting into like gimmicky utility now. I think he's here. I think he's here. Above Reina. That's where I'd put him. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, not downplaying Yoshi, super broken character. It's just you don't need lows on this character. Just like you don't need lows on Steve. Steve's gonna be like fucking here. Steve was designed to have awful lows, but it's just not part of his kit. Some characters you just really don't need lows. Okay, who else should we talk about quickly? Yoshi. Oh, we can mention Victor now. He's here. Here's the problem with Victor. He has no... In terms of neutral lows that are like safe-ish, like at least Reina has like sidestep 4. He really doesn't have much. Down 4 is it. Down 4 is all you're getting on this character, okay? Now down 4 is nice to have. Just so you know, Lars wishes he had a move like this. This is why I think Victor has better lows than Lars. This move is something worth noting. Very quick low poke, 30 damage on counter hits, minus 14. So most characters can't launch it. This is something. But besides that, we're really struggling here. We have down 3 another basic low poke. I believe, does that have a follow-up? Or am I thinking of another move? I think I'm thinking of another move. You have down 1-4, which is more gimmicky shit. Or sorry, down 1-1+2. More gimmicky stuff. Not very good. Very, 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 very risky. And then besides that, you're taking gigantic risks. You're taking gigantic risks. We have boom. This down back 4. This move is not that good. It is way. Now it's better than Lars's. It has more range and it comes out of frame faster than Lars's. It's a good defensive tool. Obviously, full counter hit launcher. It's so risky though. It is so risky. And again, you're not using this when you're pressuring your opponent. This is like a get off me tool kind of thing, which is nice. It's a nice tool to have. Don't get me wrong, but it's so risky. In terms of safe lows, Victor just has nothing. We'll go into EI stance. You have down 1+2. That's it. That's Victor. That's Victor's lows. Bad lows, in my opinion. He does have, he has one more safe one in stance, if I remember correctly. Does anyone, he has a low kick in one of his stances, right? I forget the notation. Oh, there it is. You can do this, I guess. That's something. +3. What is it on block? -13. With a follow-up that takes you into stance, but good players are going to duck this. I think down 1-1 is really bad. I think this is a really bad move. So yeah, Victor's lows are just very, very underwhelming. He could go in here. Low-key, he might go in here, actually. Huh. I'm going to think about that. I think he might go over there. Does he have a full crouch low? I don't actually remember. Check. None of this is good stuff. Okay, who haven't we talked about? We can talk about Raven. Hot take. I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or a cold take. I don't think Raven's lows are very good. Now, I think Raven could go up on the meh lows, but I do think he would be in the meh lows tier. Everything I've seen about him seems so underwhelming. So what do you have on him? You have full crouch 3. This is decent. It goes into stance. Nice poke. Nice to have. Besides that, you have full crouch 3+4, which is the one they all use. This is super risky though. This is very, very, very risky. Just not that great in my opinion. I wish it was better, but it's not. But besides that, it just feels like you're lacking a lot of stuff. You have down 3, I guess. His low poking in general is just terrible to me. You'll use this, and you'll use this. That's really it. I guess down back 4 is kind of worth mentioning here. It's only -14 on block, but look how slow it is. It's 24 frames. I think it gives a guaranteed follow-up, right, on counter hits. Yeah, it gives a guaranteed follow-up on counter hits. But I can't say this move is good. It's 24 frames. It is, yeah, counter hit launcher even, but it's so slow. Like think about all the other characters who have moves like this. Like compare this to Victor's or compare this to or Lars's. It's 24 frames. It's slow as shit. So I don't think it's that good at all. I really don't. So yeah, Raven players they'll use this in crouch. They'll go through this. His back turn one's better. Back turn, you have forward 1. You have what is it? Forward 1. You have this forward 1-4 in back turn, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is all right, I guess. I think it's pretty safe. If you only do the first hit, I guess it might be kind of safe. But I don't know. I'm struggling to think of like good lows on this character. You really struggle. You have this, I guess. 25 frame launcher. It's too slow though. This isn't practical. This isn't a practical move at all. I don't think at all. That's Raven. I don't think his lows are very good at all. I think Raven is way too committal, and this is one of the main reasons he's shit. He has to take a huge risk to do literally anything in this game. Probably higher. Hold on, let me rearrange this. Azucena would go here. Yoshi would go. I think I'm happy with this. I guess, yeah, he does. He is worth mentioning. He has a slide. It's -18 though. It's too risky. He's too committal. Like he lacks the safety you need in this game to succeed, and he just takes huge windups on everything. It's just, yeah, it's too much. That's why I think Raven would probably be there. Okay, we can mention Kuma now, who's probably around here. I don't have too much to say about Kuma. We all know why Kuma's lows are not the greatest, right? I'll show you for the sake of consistently with this, but...
Ready for the next battle.
Okay. Kuma, you have full crouch 1, which is a nice low that people like to use. I believe it's actually... It is only -8 on block. One of the only safe lows in the game. -8 on block. However, it does like no damage, and it gives you +2 on hits. And it does nothing on counter hit, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it does nothing on counter hit. But that's something worth noting, I think. Down back 2. You have this, I guess. It's alright. -15 though. Like -15 is not good. That's not what we're looking for here. It's really not. It's way too low. You have down back 4, which is a counter hit launcher. Launch punishable. I also think the animation on this is very easy to react to, that people just don't talk about. And you have shit range, like pretty shit range. Predictable animation, in my opinion. Not a good move. What else does he have? Down back 3 is something. Low poke, underwhelming. Stance 2, another basic low poke. Gives you a knockdown, but it is launch punishable. And then we have down back... Is it down back 2 + 3? This is... What's this charge up? It's this, right? You have this. This is pretty decent, I guess. Definitely not reactable. This... I feel like the animation's predictable, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But the fact of the matter is, it's not a good counter hit launcher. It's too slow. It's too slow, and its range is shit. Its range is really shit. But this is a low a lot of Kuma players will use. It's like, it's okay. It's not the greatest in my opinion. It's a little bit gimmicky. People, you shouldn't be letting it. Look at this. It's 60 frames to charge it up. I just don't think it's that good. I believe on if we set into crouching block here. The initial, if you just do it once, it's -12. If you do it the full thing, it becomes safer with pushback, I think. But I feel like good players are just not going to be getting hit by this ever. But I guess it is for like cheese. It's decent. I don't think this is very good. I don't think it's very good overall. So, does he have better lows than Raven? Probably not. Does he have better lows than Victor? Probably not. He's probably around here. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, I think now we're getting it. Oh shit! I forgot Eddy, dude. I completely forgot Eddy. Where would Eddy go? I think Eddy goes here. Honestly, even above. Eddy's lows are not terrible. Let's talk about Eddy, actually. The problem with Eddy is Eddy has the -14 curse. All of his moves are like -14. All of his lows, like all of his pokes that should be -12 are all -14, which matters a lot, I think. But they're definitely not terrible. Like, you can't call them terrible. We can go over. So you have forward 3, which is really, really, really good, in my opinion. This is a super good low if we set him to standing block. Look at the plus frames this gives you. Okay, super good, great stuff here. Look at the range. Like, well, I guess it's not as good as I thought it was, but +6 takes you into stance for a mix-up, right? On counter hit. Boom. I'm pretty sure it's a launcher, right? Is it a full launcher or is it a heat engager? Oh, no, it's a heat engager. Sorry, it's not a full launcher. But nice. This is a really, really good tool. And hey, only -13, or sorry, -14. Really good tool to have. Down 3. Nice move. I think this gives you a knockdown on counter hits, or a follow-up that you can get maybe. Only you need like a very clean hit, but you do get a knockdown. Oops. There you go. That's something worth noting. Good. Again, it's -14 though. Remember what I said? The -14 curse of Eddy Gordo. Down back 3. This is a ridiculously slow option that a lot of Eddy players spam in ranked. 28 frames is not good for a move like this, but it does still give good plus frames, right? Look at this. You get +5, knockdown on counter hit, and only -14. Very slow, but hey, it's something. Besides that, I guess you have sidestep 4 for a tiny bit of damage. This is like another safe. This is his only low that's not minus 14 or above. Everything else we get into like very, very, very chunky shit. Very, very, very chunky shit. I think he has a full crouch low, right? He has this. Chunky, but very, very risky on block. Obviously you have Hell Sweep. Oops, is it down 4-4? Sorry, I'm not an Eddy player. Is it 3? There you go. Hell Sweep, which is nice with his install. It's something. Like, it's definitely something. I believe the first hit is also a counter hit launcher, I think. I seem to remember that. Yeah, the first hit's a counter hit launcher. So there's some interesting stuff here. I would definitely not say he has good lows, but I'd say he has enough setting him apart to put him in the decent tier. I think she should go up. You should go down. I think I'm okay. Eddy's probably... Is he better than Lee? No, Lee's better. I think I'm okay with this. This looks okay to me. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the handstand one too. I forgot about that. The install one, that one's really, really good too. So yeah, Eddy's definitely doesn't have bad lows. Definitely doesn't have bad lows. They're decent. But the problem is, again, he has to take a lot of commitments. Like, he's a very risky character. And all your lows being minus 14 is impactful, because that means you're getting launched by at least like 5 different characters. And a lot of characters have strong 14 frame punishes, so. Okay, now we're getting into the low tiers, okay? The bad lows. We'll start with Steve. Hopefully people don't fight me on this. This is pretty obvious. It's Steve's whole identity. His whole thing is he's a boxer. He doesn't need lows. His lows have always been bad, and it's the same in this game. But Steve doesn't need lows. His character, he doesn't need lows. That's how he's designed. So I don't think Steve's bad or anything, but I think Steve's actually pretty good. But his lows are just bad. Like he was designed for this, right? You have down 2-1 into stance. +2. This is something. Yeah, +2. There's a follow-up you can add for a counter hit. Steve players love spamming this shit in rank, dude. Holy shit, they spam it. That's something. I believe you have down 1 is an okay low poke. You have a full crouch down 1. This one's actually pretty decent. I think, does he have plus frames on counter hit? I always forget. No, it doesn't. And then you have, how do we get into peekaboo? Forward 3+4? Yeah, so this is the low I was thinking of. Yeah, I know he has this. This is okay in peekaboo, but the character was almost designed to have terrible lows, right? Like, no one's surprised that I'm here saying Steve has bad lows. You have down back 3-2, which look at this range, by the way. Note the range. Super risky. You're gonna get launched if they duck this. You down back 3 is something. Yeah, he's trash. He has bad lows. Sorry, he's not trash, but he has trash lows. Pretty obvious. Okay, Lars. We're gonna talk about Lars. We're gonna talk about Lidia, and we're gonna talk about Heihachi. I think it's probably in this order. I think. Yeah. Okay. The Lars one might be a hot take. We're gonna talk about them all back to back. Starting with Lars. So this is a character who I've actually recently invested a ton of time into because I wanted to really understand him in this game.
Get ready for the next battle.
And after, oops, sorry, I almost fucking knocked something over. After playing a lot of Lars, holy shit, this guy's lows are trash. They are trash. Now here's the problem with Lars. Actually, surprisingly in this game, they gave him some nice stuff when it comes to lows. He has this now. 35 damage low, only -12. He's always had this. Counter hit launching low, only -12. He has this now. They gave him some good stuff in stance, but the problem is his neutral lows are non-existent. He does not have a safe neutral low to use in this game. Everything relies on you getting into stance. And one of the reasons why Lars is bad in this game is because no one's gonna ever let you get into stance. No one who knows the Lars matchup is letting you get into stance in this game. If you watch like pro Lars players, it's just like this. Back 1. Sometimes you'll do this. Poke, poke. Like that's the character. Because outside of stance, what do you have? You have this. Generic down 4. Comes out of 12 frames. That's nice. You really don't have shit. Like I feel like you don't have shit in this. You have this. which is the same as Victor's, but worse. Worse range, comes out slower. Launch punishable on block, way too risky. That's something. Everything is just so risky. Your only non-risky low is this. Full crouch down back 1+2. That's it. But you have to be in full crouch to get into that. This is your only non-launch punishable low that he has, like in neutral, that you're ever going to use. Lars will do like down back 4, launch punishable. They'll do hell sweep, launch punishable. They'll do what is it? Down 1-3, down back 1-3, launch punishable. All of his safe lows are in stance. He has nothing to threaten you with out of standing in neutral, which is the most part of this game. Again, once he gets into stance, yeah, great, this is nice. Yeah, great, this is nice. But you're not going to be using this because you're not even getting into stance unless you're playing online against people who don't know the matchup. There's so many option selects here. It's just, it all feels very, very, very underwhelming in my opinion. I think Lars's lows are shit. I think they're really bad. Lidia. Where is she? God, dude, I haven't played Lidia since release. I played her a lot when she first came out, and then I stopped touching her. Lidia is a character who I'm sure all of you guys know why she's so bad. Her lows are down back 4. Although I'd say Lidia arguably has better lows than Lars. Down back 4 is alright, underwhelming, neutral on block, -13 on counter hit, which is a lot for a move like this. Gives nothing on counter hits. There's no reason for this to not give like +13 on counter hit. Every other move like this in the game, it gives big plus frames on counter hits. Not Lidia. You have down 2, which is -14 on block. And what do you get off of it? That's it. That's all you get. -4 on hit too. This move is trash. This move is really, really, really trash. I can't emphasize how trash these two moves are. They're awful. Besides that, you have this down back 3, which has the range is non-existent, no range. It does track, which is nice. Bad range, launch punishable on block because you're forced to go into stance. But it is nice when it hits. You can go into mix-ups here. There's a couple stuff you can do, but like that's it. That's Lidia. Those are her lows. And then you go into stance. I think she has what is it? Down 1+2 in stance, which is okay. You get a counter hit launch. You have this, which is way too risky. That's it. That's it. That's the character. So I was touching Lidia a lot when she came out. Oh yeah, I was touching her real good. Just unbelievably underwhelming lows. Unbelievably. The only she gets you to duck with the unblockable, right? With this, that's how she gets you to duck. She has nothing else. Okay, and then we'll talk about Heihachi really quick. Heihachi's lows are pretty terrible. I'm sure all of you guys have heard this a lot by now. She has one more low in full crouch. Yeah, but it's bad. It's just not even. It's just not good. Heihachi. Your only neutral low is this. Have fun. And he didn't even have this in Tekken 7, by the way. This is nice. This is a new low he was given. -2 on hit, -13 on block. Nothing on counter hits. No range. Does it track? I don't think it tracks at all. If it does, it's like a tiny bit. Okay. And then what? Okay, well, you have generic lows. That's it. That's the character. If you anything else, you're taking huge risks. You have this, which he's always had, which in my opinion, this is worse. This was better in Tekken 7. Didn't cover Lidia's down 3. Yeah, I did. I did cover. Wait, isn't her down 3 her sweep, like her tracking sweep that brings her into stance? Did I not cover that? Lidia sucks. Lidia's lows suck. But anyway, Heihachi. This is bad. It's super, super slow. They come out 23, well, super slow, but a lot of people are going to react to this at 23 frames. And even if they don't, like if they make a read on you, you're going to get exploded, and that's not what you want. And then, what else does he hell sweeps? Launch punishable. Oh, her string? Okay, sorry, I'm not too familiar on Lidia, but thanks for mentioning that. But on Heihachi, Like, you have nothing. You're gonna get exploded. Like your lows are just terrible. Now, granted, let's be fair. This does change when he goes into super mode. And you can turn that on here, right? This. Oops. This is super good. The Hell Sweep no longer staggers when you're in the super state, which is really nice, but that's only for 1 round. That's it, yeah. He just doesn't, he lacks everything. You were given, what is it? You were given this, which is minus 14 on block, and if I remember correctly, oops, minus 4 on hits. There you go. Very, very underwhelming lows. No tracking on anything. Heihachi gets you to duck with his unblockable. He gets you to duck with his other tools. His lows are just not. They're not really a huge factor into his playstyle. But anyway, this is what I'm thinking here for the tier list. This is the final tier list. I'm pretty happy with this overall. There's a couple things. Some people argued Bryan should go up there. Anyway, this is the list. I'm pretty happy with this overall. Again, I'm sure there's some stuff I missed. I don't know every single character. This is just me. Like, it's really hard to know the moves of every single character. I tried to do a good job to like show you guys what I meant on everything, but I think overall I'm pretty happy with this list. So